comes a time when we heed a certain call, when the world must come together as one.
There are people dying.
Oh, and it's time to lend a hand to life, the greatest gift of all.
Oh, we can go on pretending day by day
That someone, somewhere will soon make a change.
we are all a part of God's great big family.
And the truth, you know, love is all we need.
We are the world, we are the children, we are the ones who make a brighter day, so let's start giving.
There's a choice we're making. We're saving our own lives.
It's true, we'll make a better day, just you and me.
Bells in your heart, so they know that someone cares, and their lives will be stronger and free.
As God's shown us by turning stone to bread, and so we all must lend a helping hand. We are the world, we are the children, we are the ones to make a brighter day, so let's start giving. There's a choice we're making, we're saving our own lives. It's you who make a better day, just you and me. Hey, hey, hey. When you're down and out and there seems no hope at all, but if we just believe, there's no way we can fall. Well, let's realize, oh, that change can only come
When we
stand together as one. We are the world, we are the children, we are the ones who make a brighter day, so let's start giving. There's a choice to make, we're saving our own lives. The Lord just come and be so good. We are the world, we are the children, we are the ones who make a brighter day, so let's start giving.
There's a choice we're making. We're saving our own lives. It's true, we make a better day, just you and me.
We are the world, we are the children, we are the ones who make a brighter day, so let's start giving. There's a choice we're making, we're saving our own lives. Kulong, bukan, someday. We are the world,
We are the world. We are the children. We are the ones who make a brighter day.
so let's start giving.
There's a choice we're making.
We're saving our own lives,
It's true, we make a better day.
just you and me. We are the world, we are the world, we are the children, we are the children, we are the ones to make a brighter day. So let's start giving. Let's start giving. Oh, there's a choice we're making. We're saving our own lives to make a better day. We go day alright.
It is a happy day for us to gather here. We don't gather to make life better. From north, south, east, west, God has brought us. Emedio, a song in It is a happy day for us to gather here. We don't gather to make life better. From north, south, east, west, God has brought us. Emedio, a song in Now here we go. Ibom 24.
Healthcare is sure.
Ibom 24.
Access is sure.
Ibom 24.
Healthcare is sure.
Ibom 24.
Equal access is sure.
Now here we go.
We take it by. Now here we go to serve humanity.
Ibom 24.
Healthcare is sure.
Ibom 24.
Equal access is sure.
Ibom 24.
Healthcare is sure.
Ibom 24.
Equal access is sure. Obima imao, Yagima abao imao.
Kobima, Imao, Yagima, Abao, Imao, Kobima, 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 Imao, Yagima, Abao, Yagima, Abao, Imao, Kobima, Kobima, Imao, Yagima, Abao, Imao.
For it is love that brought us together. That same love will guide us. Imao,
Kobima,
Kobima,
Yagima, Abao,
Kobima, Kobima, Yagima, Abao.
Day by day, Kusen, Kusen, we are called to heal the sick. Imao,
Kobima,
Yagima, Abao,
Kobima, Kobima, Yagima, Abao.
Time after time, kini, humanity first, no discrimination. Imao,
Kobima, Imao, Yagima, Abao.
Imao,
Kobima, Kobima,
Imao,
Yagima, Abao.
Yagima, Abao, Imao.
now here we go.
To serve humanity.
Ibom 24.
Healthcare is sure. Equal access is sure.
Ibom 24.
Healthcare is sure.
Ibom 24.
Equal access is sure.
It's my great pleasure and privilege to welcome you all to the 97th Annual Scientific Conference of the Pharmaceutical Society of Nigeria. I welcome you to the lush landscape of Akwa Ibom State. I welcome you to the beautiful scenic landscape. I welcome you to the cuisine which we are internationally known for. I welcome you to the hospitality which we represent in all facets. And for those of you who have been here much earlier, I'm sure you could testify to some of these things which I have mentioned. Once again, let me welcome you today and on behalf of the Pharmaceutical Society of Nigeria, Akwa Ibom State branch. And we hope that the event thus far has been very rewarding for you. We look forward to making it even more memorable and more pleasurable. It's not an error that PSN Akwa Ibom State is hosting the entire nation for the second time in 10 years. I believe that is a good enough testament to the wonderful environment that Akwa Ibom State provides. So I would want to urge us all to relax, enjoy the conference. Akwa Ibom State is safe. Akwa Ibom State is welcoming. Akwa Ibom State is prepared for you. You are welcome. Emedio, thank you.
There is no way you deliver a conference of this magnitude without a synergy between the CPC and the LOC. And it is a real pleasure for us to have you all here in Uyo. We pray and we hope that the next few days will be remarkable, will provide an opportunity for you to network, will provide an opportunity for us to elevate pharmacy within the space. Because it's really all about pharmacy, right? We are all pharmacists, and that's what brings us together. Wherever we practice, we're all pharmacists. So let us be very deliberate in what we do and make sure we put pharmacy at the center of everything that we do. We are men of honor, and we should carry out whatever we do, exemplifying the honor that this profession holds all across the country and globally. I join you all to say thank you very much for this opportunity to serve. It's really an opportunity to serve. We do not take it lightly. Please bear with us where there are glitches, because there must be glitches, but we will do our best to deliver and make sure you have an outstanding experience within this conference. Thank you all very much for the confidence, and I want to really appreciate the President of the Pharmaceutical Society of Nigeria, Professor Osifo. I thank you for the confidence you have reposed in us, and we will do our best not to disappoint you. Thank you very much, and welcome to you.
The College of Past President joins all to welcome all of us pharmacists here and our guests to the 97th Pharmaceutical Society Annual National Conference holding in this historic city of Uyo. I think it's been mentioned we were here in 2014, 10 years ago. This conference is the last for our current president, Professor Cyril Osifo. His more permanent seat at the CPP has been reserved since he was elected in 2021. So when we meet next conference, we'll be on the other side, not on this side. You know, when you're a past president, it's a permanent position. Professor Osifo brought in a lot of energy and drive to the leadership of the Pharmaceutical Society. The CPP believes he has done considerably well, commendably well, and hope history will be kind to him.
Pharmacist, we're proud of pharmacy. We members all of the glorious PSN, Pharmaceutical Society of Nigeria. Men of honor, we join hands for farmers, pharmacists. We are the health sector. We are the industry. We are the education. We are the just name it. We are the Nigerians. We are the we pharmacists. We are for cooperation. We are members of the great nation. So sing it out. Say pharmacists. We'll guard our nation this house will prove that pharmacy can hold its own everywhere. Pharmacy,
We are the
health sector,
We are the
industry,
We are the
education,
We are the
just name it,
We are the
politics,
We are the
Nigeria,
We are the
Nigerians,
We are the
It's my pleasure to welcome you to this airport making conference tagged Ibom 2024. I'm sure you will appreciate that this will, in addition to being a welcome address, will also serve as a validatory address in my capacity as president of the Pharmaceutical Society of Nigeria. As a professor of pharmaceutical chemistry, I have started an irreversible reaction. And I've always teased my past president, calling them living ancestors. But thank God I still have a few days before I join them. So I can still label them as living ancestors because I'm still your sitting president. This address will focus on three major areas, which would include redressing the pressing challenges in pharmacy practice in the public interest, regulation of premises involved in the sales of veterinary drugs. Two will be welfare of public sector pharmacies, and a milestone and landmarks which have been well exemplified for what we have here. So I may dwell not so much on that. It is pertinent to remind all of us stakeholders and the general public of the very sound judgment talking about redressing present challenges with the veterinary medicine, issued by Honorable Justice Dr. Nnamdi Dimba in a suit number FHC/ABJ/CS/66/08. This suit was commenced by originating summons seeking the determination of 3 issues and prayed for 5 declarations, by the Honorable Court. The judge, in his wisdom, posited that the distinction sought to be drawn between human drugs and animal drugs is a misguided one by the plaintiff. The judge, in that same sound judgment, stated that if Pharmacists Council, by its existence and operation, does not threaten the existence of the Medical and Dental Council, how can the Veterinary Council be threatened simply because the Pharmacy Council of Nigeria insists on registration of premises where animal drugs are kept, as they insist on premises where human drugs are also kept? The judge therefore concluded that it is therefore clear that the above analysis, the futility of the suit, and why I believe it must fail. To this end, colleagues, it is appropriate to state that the regulating facilities engaged in the sales of veterinary medicine by the PCN is consistent with the PCN Establishment Act of 2022, and the laws therefore before it, the National Drug Policy, as well as judicial pronouncements. This is rightly so because it is an important step to ensure that such facilities meet specific requirements for good pharmacy practice in relation to storage, handling, distribution, dispensing, all of which are primary responsibility of our pharmacy profession.
Glory be to God Almighty for all of us to be here today in safety and in good health. This is but a very unique opportunity of coming together, and I pray that we use this opportunity to strengthen our bond, promote friendship, and engender atmosphere of peace, unity, tranquility, and prosperity. On behalf of the Pharmacy Council of Nigeria and the entire management, I felicitate with all of us on this occasion of the 97th Annual National Conference of our great society, tag Ibom 2024. I'm indeed delighted to be part of the conference in my capacity as the chairman, Pharmaceutical Council of Nigeria. The theme of this conference is transforming pharmaceutical innovation to facilitate equitable health care in emerging economy, which is very apt for this time. Indeed, there is no better time to talk about innovation in pharmaceutical landscape and equitable healthcare in our country than now, bearing in mind the increasing cost of medicine and the challenging effect of JAPA syndrome.
It is a pleasure that I stand here today to welcome ladies and gentlemen, esteemed participants of the annual conference of the Society of Nigeria, Pharmaceutical Society of Nigeria in Uyo, Akwa Ibom State. I stand before you to express my heartfelt gratitude to the organizers for a job well done in convening this crucial gathering. I extend my sincerest thanks to the President and Executive of the PSN for choosing Akwa Ibom State as the venue for this prestigious conference. As we all gathered here today, let us not forget the grave menace of fake and adulterated drugs that plows our nation, wreaking havoc in all what we are doing. So I want to say that the PSS should stand firm to make sure that the unqualified people must not touch drugs. Because the problem we have in Nigeria is fake drugs. And if we can stand against all those fake drugs dealers, I think we'll be doing a world of good things for Nigerians.
These are our key implementation partners. So, as you can see, PSN, led by the erudite and brilliant Professor Osifo, has its pride of place there on the right. We have FENPIA, and Dr. Oke Akpa will also validate that they've had a lot of meetings with both the coordinating minister and the Minister of State. You have other partners, even NAPSA. And I'm shocked that WASPEN is not here. Somebody is going to get a query for leaving out WASPEN. WASPEN is the West African Society for Parenteral Nutrition, headed by Dr. Theresa Pounds. So this is the equally brilliant team of implementation partners who will draw down from the Unlocking the Value Chain initiatives and make sure that these initiatives grow the sector, grow the economy, improve access to medicine security, and impact lives. And so I'm going to just move quickly into some of the illustrating projects. Under PVAC, we, under the Unlocking the Value Chain, there are about 12, 15 thematic areas, but in the interest of time, and because I know that the ministry has been engaging with stakeholders, I'll mention just a few. And as you know, the agency that I lead is one of the most collaborative agencies. We are open to partner with any new ideas that may come up. And so the medicine security concept is something that we made sure guided the development of PVAC. Next slide. And then these are the key interventions that have already begun to happen. So you would recall that an executive order was announced, the first in the healthcare sector, but focused primarily on pharma. the slide on your left-hand side, because a lot of times, like we witnessed with Executive Order number 3, where government said that public institutions should procure locally manufactured medicines, but for which evidence is a bit shaky as regards whether that is being religiously followed. What we've decided to do now, as is exemplified in the poster on the left, is we're going to call a high-stakes meeting in Lagos. We're going to bring the CBN governor. We're going to bring the FIRS chairman. We're going to bring the Comptroller General of Customs, so that that executive order, which has now been gazetted, everybody who wants to use that executive order will be engaging directly with the government agencies that are in charge of that line of action. And on the right-hand side is a screenshot from my minister's Twitter account. You'll be glad to know that the very first meeting, in fact, that meeting held on the 10th of January 2024, when some of us were still relaxing in our villages and our country homes, we had already brought an entity. The bottom left picture is an entity that we've been developing for the past 3 years that is coming in to establish a commodities manufacturing line and vaccines manufacturing line. I'm talking about a capex of between $50 and $70 million in Nigeria. The minister had that as his first meeting this year. And I'm really glad that colleagues in the pharma sector have also picked up on this. I'm aware that Collexa Biosensor, is Collexa Biosensor in the house? Okay, well, colleagues are also picking up that to begin to work in those areas. So these are some of the areas where, based on PVAC and based on the focus on the pharma sector by the ministry, there will be grants, there will be low interest loans, there will be pooled procurement, there will be increased employment all through the sector, all geared towards achieving medicine security and catalyzing socio-economic objectives. Next slide. So these are other interventions. The photograph on the extreme right is the EU grant, which was secured and announced in Q1 of this year. We're in the modalities of operationalizing that. Kindly note that the grant is a sector-wide grant. So PSN will be involved in the implementation of this grant. WAPCP, who worked with us in the artificial intelligence project, will also be involved. ACPN, we've started to talk to colleagues, is also one of the bodies that we've put forward to be involved in the implementation of that grant. And on the extreme right is the authority publication. Is an area that we've been developing for the past 3-4 years, and we're at the stage where we're beginning implementation, which is artificial intelligence. And let me just commend colleagues who have realized the power of data. Is Victory Drugs in the house? That's an entity in Lagos that is doing good things with data, and we are scheduled to begin a partnership with them in Q1 of next year. That is one area. In fact, in one of the presentations this morning, one of the companies touched upon that, and I think that's an area where pharmacists need to begin to play a bigger role. When we were young, we used to think there were only 4 broad areas in pharmacy. If it's not pharmaceutical chemistry, it's pharmacognosy. If it's not pharmacognosy, it's pharmaceutical microbiology. If it's not pharmaceutical microbiology, it is pharmaceutical technology. But now, colleagues have begun to expand the space. We're playing big in policy. We're playing big in supply chain. We're playing big in artificial intelligence. We're playing big in clinical trials. And this is what is required so that we can expand to fill up the space that is being created. When we won that grant for 18 million, NIPRID won it for Nigeria. And I took it as a badge of honor to go and present to my new ministers when they resumed last year. And I told them, honorable ministers, NIPRID put together the proposal and did the roadmap that secured 18 million euros, which is approximately 30 billion, one of the biggest grants in Africa for this area. My minister said, how much again? He said, 18 million euros. He said, that is small. He said, that is small. And in working with this team in the Ministry of Health, I can tell you categorically, I can't mention specifics because a lot of those projects are still under development, but I can tell you categorically that the space that is being developed for pharmaceuticals, if we don't swell up our capacity to absorb these opportunities as they come out, what will happen is that we will have colleagues from India, colleagues from China, and colleagues from other parts of Africa coming in to take those opportunities.
It gives me great pleasure to send this goodwill message to the annual conference of the Pharmaceutical Society of Nigeria, holding in Uyo, Akwa Ibom State. My inability to be physically present with delegates is because of my having to attend to a pre-scheduled national assignment. The theme of this year's conference, Transforming Pharmaceutical Innovation to Facilitate Equitable Healthcare in an Emerging Economy, is apt. All over the world, health is seen as a fundamental human right, and health equity is achieved when everyone can attain their full potential for health and well-being. Unfortunately, however, many social and environmental factors can limit a person's access to and continued use of good health practices and healthcare. These health inequities, lack of access to quality healthcare, inadequate housing or lack of housing, income and wealth gaps, unsafe environment, and other obstacles to equity in healthcare could really be overcome by individuals on their own.
And I have the pleasure to, on behalf of pharmacists in the armed forces of Nigeria, and indeed pharmacists in the Nigerian Police Force and other security agencies, to congratulate the President of the PSN, Professor Cyril Osifo, FPSN, and all pharmacists on the occasion of the 97th Annual Conference of the Pharmaceutical Society of Nigeria, holding here in Uyo, Akwa Ibom State, with the theme, Transforming Pharmaceutical Innovation to Facilitate Equitable Healthcare in an Emerging Economy. We would like to say that the theme is not only apt, it is also coming at a time when we require transformative innovations to cause a very significant shift in our quest to ensure universal health coverage. For us in the armed forces, we are delighted to participate in this conference, and we dare say that we are proud to be pharmacists.
Distinguished guests, respected esteemed members of Pharmaceutical Association of Nigeria, ladies and gentlemen, it is a great honor and privilege to welcome you to your annual 97th Annual Conference of Pharmaceutical Society of Nigeria in the beautiful state of Akwa Ibom State. We truly delighted and inspired by your dedication, and to the PSN leadership and members to continually uplift the pharmacy profession and inspired across the world. We are here today to partner with PSN because I know the chairman of PSN in Akwa Ibom State, walked up to us in our office, the Golden Initiative for All, and informed us that the 97th conference of the Pharmaceutical Association of Nigeria will be holding in Akwa Ibom State. And we decided to be a part of it. And I want to thank the PSN for the work of yesterday in honor of Pastor Patience Umoino, who has gone to be with the Lord. It is only a dream and an association that see the vision of a state that will want to partner in a manner like this.
On behalf of the President and Council of the College, I congratulate the PSN on the occasion of the 97th Annual National Conference, tagged Ibom 2024. We are a college dedicated to training pharmacists at the postgraduate level. We are also involved in research, and so far we have graduated over 2,000 fellows of the college in various pharmacy-related specialties. As we speak, we have also integrated 5 francophone countries. Again, we are currently building our secretariats in the West African region. This secretariat is in Ibom, Nigeria, and we solicit for your support towards the realization of this goal. Once again, we congratulate PSN, and please do enjoy the conference.
You gotta look, you gotta see us and see your brothers and sisters. We know something that you don't know as far as the outside of Nigeria is concerned. You know a lot about Nigeria, but the main thing that you must understand always is that we are your partners. You should never feel intimidated or that we are your competition, because we never ever compete with you. We always add value to whatever you're doing. You have to be rest assured of that. That every time you see us, there's value that you can extract out of us to add to what you're doing. Every single diaspora, every single nation that you know, from Israel to Japan to China to Indonesia to any one of those nations that you can think of that have come from the so-called third world to first-class industrial nation, none of them was able to do it without the power of their diasporans. So I'm telling you and asking you to understand that that is the essence of my message. I don't need to write anything because I know what I'm talking about, and it's from the heart. Know that we're your partners. Never be in competition with us, because we don't compete with you. We promise that we add value, and Kunle has let me know that he will do the same when he takes over next year.
I was built to be the best, number one and nothing less. Lead me to my destiny. I have waited patiently. I have vision, oh I believe. I know I can count on me. So stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up, stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up, stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up.
I want to, on behalf of the China Healthcare Nigeria Limited, heartily appreciate the management of PSN, represented by Professor Sufo and the Secretary Gafa, and the entire pharmaceutical family in Nigeria. For us in Shalina, this commemorates our 40 years anniversary as a healthcare delivery company and the 20 years of trust on IBCAP. IBCAP has touched lives, and IBCAP will continue to touch lives. And so we hereby wish the PSN a very successful conference this year.
Stand up! Stand up! Here we go, it's getting close. Now it's just who wants it most. It's just life, that's how it is. 'Cause we have our strengths and weaknesses. Oh, I have vision, oh, can't you see? I'm on the move, make way for me. So stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up, stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up, stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up. And when I fall down, I have to pick myself back up. And when I fall down, I have to pick myself back up. And when I fall down, I have to pick myself back up. And when I fall down, I have to pick myself up. Stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up, stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up.
This pharmaceutical security that's issue of medicines about the life just important say during the COVID-19 can be severe issues. So to be able to let's see how we can make sure that the medicine security so it's safety of medicines that's better. The health of every Nigerian is talking about access. Yes, affordability. It's not availability.
The conference will yield a lot of ideas, a lot of solutions, so many of the problems that are definitely the pharmaceutical sector and health sector in Nigeria, amongst other things. Nigeria is an emerging economy, we all know that. And pharmacy has a lot of technological innovations, plenty of it. So we are here to harness all these innovations, harmonize them and apply them to helping our economy move to the next level.
I expect us to have beautiful deliberations, beautiful outcomes, and health deliberations, and then a successful election. For this year is very, I would say it is prepared in the right way. In this economy that is emerging, what we need is innovation. And innovation is the key to take us to the next level as pharmaceutical scientists.
Conferences like this is created to join all pharmacists all over the country from all across the state. So it will be a very good opportunity for us to all meet together here and discuss way more innovation. This is very hard in the sense that Nigeria as a country today, we are facing economic challenges. Electricity and so on. So then we are working on. So pharmaceutical aspect is not important. So we have come here to discuss the way forward so that